Mika is best known for her time modeling internationally all over the world. From a young age, she booked major jobs across Asia and continued to make a mark in the industry. She now is an entrepreneur and empowered mom who continues to inspire others to do and be their best through her positive content online.
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of In Love With Me, where we feature inspiring individuals who share their amazing stories. I am your host, Mafae Velasco, and for this series, our topic is passion and purpose. For this episode, we have an empowered host, model, influencer, and mom to motivate us to take action. So without further ado, let's welcome the beautiful and amazing Mikaela Lagdameo-Martinez. Hi, Mix.
Hi. Hi, Mafae. Oh my gosh, I love the voiceover of your kid. So cute. I love it. You're like a complete team right there.
Well, like you know, I admire you as an inspiring mom, and everything that you do. You wear many hats. You grow a beautiful garden, as well as, you know, just being hands-on with your kids. I'm pretty sure they're keeping you busy during this time. But before I ask you what's been happening during quarantine, but can you share with everyone on how you are the empowered and inspiring woman that you are today?
Wow, I feel like that's such a big word. Like, wow, I never thought of myself as an empowering woman. But I guess my goal is really just to keep my family afloat, to keep them happy, to keep, to make sure that everything runs smoothly. Like, those are my priorities, and that's what makes me happy too. It makes me feel like fulfilled, living a happy life and making sure my family is safe and happy also with their own lives. So I feel like when you live with that purpose inside of you, everything just follows. Like, I'm living the life that I really love, and the people that are around me, that really empowers me to do more, to just live life gratefully, So I feel
I feel like, it really shows, because your glow and your ageless beauty is just like, hello, this Mikaela, like, have birthdays. Like, I don't know, you just have your kids
forever, and now you have kids and you still look the same. How is that?
Yeah, right. But, I just wanted to know, like, I know you started as a parent early, you matured, or you had to be independent and responsible. Your responsibility became early. Did you want to share a little bit about that, and how you stayed strong and make sure that everything was okay in your life?
Okay, well, a lot of people may not know that I actually got pregnant when I was 19, and I was still in college. I was on my third year in college, and it really came unexpectedly. He was really the first person that I dated formally, like my family really knew, and he was like my first like legit boyfriend, and it was the first time for everything for me, and I got pregnant right away. And I was always the type to, like, it was not planned, because I was I'll save myself for marriage. And in my head it just happened, and I'm like, oh gosh, it's like I was only 19 and, waiting to graduate and stuff like that. So, but the thing is, I was so willing to go with it. I was so excited, more than scared. I was really excited because I really saw him as a person that I wanted to marry. And so it really wasn't a struggle. Of course, that time people were just more conservative, and it was just different during that time. That was like 16 years ago, almost 17.
Mm-hmm.
So time has changed, and I just really rolled with it. And I remember even that was like the height of my modeling career. And they were saying, hala, it's going to ruin your career. It's over, whatever. And they said, maybe you should deny it. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to deny it. Because I, I'm proud of my daughter and I'm not going to hide her. And if I don't get the jobs, then it's fine. Because I feel like my priority changed. It's now not just about career, it's about my daughter. And I really owned up to it and went through college, finished college, got my degree. And actually, even after giving birth, that's when the project started even getting better. They said parang I was more of a woman na. From then now, like, yeah, okay, I was more of a woman. And then even after that, like, I still got opportunities to model abroad and get big projects. And since then, it never stopped. So I'm really grateful about that. And I really think it's because God has blessed me with so much of the work. And yeah, I'm grateful for that. And everything that's
Yeah.
happened, no regrets.
Mm-hmm. And it's amazing for you to be transparent about your story, because there's a lot of women that need to hear that. Modeling is not just for single women. For me also, I can attest to your testimony, because I feel as though after having children, I valued myself more. I valued the career. And I feel as though when you do that, when you really take care of yourself and your mental health, that's when the good things just overflow. And it's like, oh, okay. Of course, the bonus is that you have your children to witness your success. And I'm sure all three of your beautiful children, especially your daughter, I see that you guys are very close. I mean, you practically look like your sisters. And I see just yeah, my gosh. And I just see her very a strong woman. Her charisma is, I'm sure she's taking after you. So with that, I mean, now I believe she's a teenager now. How is motherhood having a teenager?
Well, dealing with a teenager, dealing with someone who is in grade school and then a toddler, it's also different. All of a sudden, it's like she is an adult, and the way she thinks, the way she handles herself, and I don't know, I'm just amazed. Like earlier, we were just having conversation. I was like, wow, I'm so proud of you. Like the way you think. The way I was like, how are you so mature? When I was 16, I didn't think that way. I felt like I was such a kid, but now, like, I don't know, like they're so wise beyond their years. Maybe it's the times. I don't know, but it just makes you feel so proud as a parent, because now, like, because before, I mean, she was bullied in school. She had problems with friends, like, always, sometimes she would end up crying and stuff like that. But now I feel like she has changed into a person of not wanting to please everyone anymore. She's like, no, it doesn't matter, because she always talks to my husband and I about things, and she discusses it, so we know where her heart is at. And she's so I don't know, I'm just so proud about teenagers nowadays. It's scary because sometimes they run
Yeah.
away from their parents or they hide things, but with her, we're the first people that she runs to. And that is really a blessing at a time like this, because you're so worried, like teenagers, they can be reckless. I mean, we were once teenagers, right? I mean, what
Yeah.
thoughts come into your head, like you want to, like escape here, escape there. But thankfully, she loves being at home and she's very open about her life. So grateful for that.
And I'm happy to hear. I remember we had a discussion about homeschooling. So maybe, would that be like an advantage on how she's becoming like a strong, woman, is because of homeschooling and then just having to bond with you and your husband more?
Yeah, well, she was homeschooled 2 years ago, so she entered eighth grade. That was also because her previous school stopped high school. So we were looking for schools and we were considering several. And then my husband was like, you know what? Why not we try homeschooling? Since you are unhappy with your friends sometimes and you have issues with that, let's just try, because people have done it before. They have great success stories. So let's try. So at first she's like, what? I won't have any friends, like whatever. And then she did it. And now she can't even imagine going back to school. And she still has a very good group of friends. Like her social skills did not go away because then she became active in church. She found the right group of people to hang out with. She is more focused. She's more disciplined with time. And I feel that's one of the great things about homeschooling, the time that they have and the ownership that they take, because now it's just between them and them. There's
Yeah, exactly.
and really like following the timeline and presenting their work. And what's nice is that because she does YouTube, she's very creative with her thoughts and with her videos and stuff. So in homeschooling, they don't put you in a box. You can
Yeah.
present your exam in a way that you want to. So with her, she does videos, and that's how she interprets all her subjects. And so the teachers love it because there's actually an advisor that is assigned to you in homeschool, so that it's not just parent. There's like a balance and check. So she gets to present to them now because of quarantine via Zoom, but before it was live. And then there are actually other
Yeah.
homeschooling students also who they present to. Hey, weren't you there once? That's right. Yeah, I remember it. Yeah, you would know. Yeah, we're in the same group. That's right. And you're
No, but I
someone.
love it. I love the
Yeah.
glow in you because, that's one thing that I want to spread also. I mean, homeschooling is not for everyone, but then
Yeah.
again, for me, honestly, like that, your testimony of just your eyes just glow up, seeing how your child just grows, right? Because
Yeah.
everybody's creative. It's just a
Mm-hmm.
matter of how they are accepted and
Yeah.
the time of their passion. And as
Mm-hmm.
I was telling you, this self production is really my kids too because
Are
they
all
they
of them
just love.
homeschooled? Yours?
If you know, yeah, they all homeschooled except for
Wow.
Nico. He's already in
Okay.
college,
Yeah.
so that's another testament of homeschooling. I mean, we never have thought that he would get a scholarship after homeschooling. So he's in Thames Business International School now, and he's in his second
Wow.
year. Yeah, and it's just amazing just to see them like be more. I feel as though like more mature, more
Mm-hmm.
responsible,
That's true.
um, right?
But then again,
So
it's
I mean,
really
I
about
know.
the personality, because like I see with my second son, I don't think he's the homeschooling type because he gets distracted easily. And he's a
Mhm.
gamer, he's a basketball player. So for him, he kind of really needs that day-to-day interaction. He's used to having the team with him and everything. So for me, like I'm really basing it on the child's personality and what will work for
Right.
them. So even if I really believe in homeschooling, I feel like you're right. It's not for everyone. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe because he's going sixth grade. No, he's going seventh grade now. So we'll see how it goes. But for now, like it's just her that's homeschooled. Well, my 4-year-old will be doing, since he's only 4 and he's like pre kinder still. I'm gonna take the year off for him, and then we're just gonna do writing. Focus on the reading and writing. I feel like I shouldn't pressure him into going to the online thing if I feel he's not really 100% ready for it. Like we've tried the online schooling, but he's 4. It's like, are we done with that? I mean, he has fun, but I feel like going through that the whole year, I don't think, wow, for a 4-year-old, it's a lot, huh? Like to prepare all the materials, and then make sure he's sitting down and listening. Sometimes I would find him under the chair. Like, what are you doing? Class is going on, he's under the chairs. I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, so I'm just really going with the feel and just listening to what will work for him. Maybe he's more interested in doing experiments at home, or now he's into baking. He likes to tag along. So I'm just doing what I feel is right. So it's off a year for him for now.
Well, you're the best. You're the best teacher and guidance. You know your children well more than anyone. So it's okay. I mean, especially when they're younger, it's more of like touching everything, speaking whenever they
Mhm.
want to. Yeah, that's a norm for that age. They can't sit still, so you can't force them to. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you just have that friction. But anywho, going back to your modeling career, I wanted to know, where did it start? Was it always commercial? Was it always print? Did you do runway?
Oh wow. So basically, yeah, we did everything, right? PMAP days, the Professional Model Association. I think that's where I met you a long, 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 long time ago. So we did and modeling before was so different from now. Let me just say, man. Like now, it's like they just check your Instagram profile and like, but na. But man, before we used to line up for 8 hours, 12 hours, and then in the end, wala, go home. Like man, it's tiring. We used to take a day off. I mean, like be absent from school probably on certain days where you feel is light just to attend a final casting, and sometimes 2 3 final castings in a day, and you're there waiting, and then nothing, oh my gosh, and then showing your portfolio book, walking, and oh my gosh, everything na lang. I mean, it just took so much time and effort, and changing your wardrobe, and then doing the twirls in the camera. Oh my god, I remember those days, and it felt like such a long time ago. My gosh, it's so
Hmm.
different now. Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's like
I
we've been
mean,
through a lot.
yeah, a lot. And I feel as though maybe you can agree with that, is that I think we became stronger at it because we were with really tough directors, and the designers
Yeah.
really like
Oh my
had
gosh.
certain looks, and they were very
I
blunt
remember I
about.
remember my first fashion show. Well, I mean when I was in PMAP already, or probably entering then, I got scolded. Oh my god. Because I was so lost. I got so overwhelmed. I was the newbie model. I was like, shucks. And then like we were supposed to go straight, and I think I went right. And then it was Tito Jackie pa then. And he was like, ano ba? He goes, boba ka ba? Oh my. I felt so embarrassed. It's like, you want to really follow the instructions, but if it's your first time, man, it's fast. It's like, okay, go here, 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 here. Got it? Got it. I'm like, what? I didn't get it. It was so hard. Like, and I was like, I was holding my tears, but I went through so much. Even in commercials, like when you take and take and take and take, man, I would cry. I remember I shot a commercial in Hong Kong, and it was for a shampoo commercial, and they had to pour water. It was winter. And I had to do a bath scene because it was shampoo, right? So I had to stay put, first of all, with a whole ton of hair, because they add on, your fake hair, your fake perfect long hair. And it was so heavy, and my head was stuck like this for hours, and I had to smile when water was
Oh my
poured on me, and I
god.
ended up crying. Action. I remember so many times, and they're like, you know what? They're like, we don't wait for models. Da, da, da. But I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, okay, stop, stop. But our patience and our strength was tested so many times, especially before, because times were so different. They don't wait for you. Bahala ka kung late ka. It goes on,
Yeah.
wala kang lunch break. You just keep shooting. I'm like, oh my, ay nako, just thinking about it now, it's like, wow, times have changed.
Well, I think because just being part of PMAP, also we had really good mentors. I know for me, like I had an incident also with Tito Jackie. Never was I ever late. Although I was late for like 5 minutes, but still, late
Yeah,
is
the
late. And then I
701
got
late. Yeah.
minus from the talent fee, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's a lot. And then they raffle it off, and you just kind of just have to watch your money go. But at the end of the day, like I think that's why we're strong in that field, is because we were with great mentors.
Mhm.
And we weren't allowed to fight back or talk
Yeah,
back. I mean, that's a
yeah.
no-no.
Mhm. Oh
So,
my gosh.
with, of course, modeling mix, it's a cutthroat industry. There's a lot of rejection.
Mhm.
There are times that we really want a project, but we don't get it. For you, how did you cope with rejection?
Oh, well, first of all, like when I started doing commercials, I always didn't expect to. Like, I would go and I'd be so shocked that, oh, you got the part. Like, oh, like me? Really? Like, I always had that mentality. Like, I wasn't always so confident. So I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing. I wanted to expect, but I would also hold back my expectation, like maybe someone's better, and I don't know, and I was just always so grateful. I never thought that I was better than anyone, because sometimes it doesn't mean you're better or worse than someone else, but it's just you're not fit for the part. And I just felt like if it was meant to be, then it was meant to be. If not, then try again. There's always
Mhm.
going to be someone who's accepted. There's always going to be someone who's rejected. So don't take it personal, I guess. So that's how I would go until now. And there are days, there's still projects that you don't always get the part up to now, but
Yeah,
you just say, okay, it wasn't meant for. So what's the next one? There.
exactly. And then you transitioned into hosting, right? I
Oh,
always watch you during
oh my
like
God.
mommy events. You've been doing a lot of hosting. How
Oh
did
my
that
God.
come about?
Hosting is actually my greatest, 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 greatest fear. I turned down a few hosting jobs because I feel like look, just thinking about it, my hands are sweating already. Talking in front of people is the scariest thing ever. So I feel like this Zoom things is really helping me during this time
Mhm.
because I feel I'm just talking to you. Like I
Yeah,
forget there are
exactly.
people watching.
Yeah.
So for me, it's the best training right now because it's always been my challenge, and I always hosting. I'm like, okay, 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 but I'll do it to push myself. But when I'm standing there, I'm like the most nervous person. Like just thinking about it, I want to start doing all of that. But so this year, actually, I challenged myself. Like, okay, I'm gonna take on the next jobs that they require hosting, whatever. Before this whole COVID thing and everything, but I was
Mhm.
like, okay, I'll do it. So maybe this is my training. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, it
But yeah,
is.
it's
It
not
is.
easy. It's not
Yep.
easy.
I mean, that's the key thing that I'm doing. I'm not a perfect host, but I did claim when I was younger that I admired like talk show
Yeah.
shows, and
Yeah.
I
So
don't
they
know if
can.
you remember. We might be the same age. Ricky Lake. Do you remember Ricky Lake
Yeah.
show?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Donahue, Jerry
Of
Springer.
course.
I
I
used to
used
watch
to
a
watch
lot of
it.
that. And
Yeah.
I just admired how they would make the show just flow. Of course, they
Mm-hmm.
had different like genre, like Jerry
Yeah.
Springer.
Yeah.
People's always fighting there, but
Yeah.
he was just always calm. Like he was like,
I
hold on,
know.
guys.
I know. That's
But
so true.
yeah. So I guess I'm using this as training ground also. But yeah, you should start your own show talking
Oh my
about being an
goodness.
empowered woman
Oh my gosh.
because you are.
I always get
But honestly
scared when it's my
speaking,
own
I
kid.
but it's okay. You don't have to look at like the eyes, the number of eyes. It's you more showcasing how amazing you are. But apart from the fear of hosting, I know regardless, you still have to do the job. You have to, of course, make the client happy.
Mm-hmm.
What goes through your mind before you get up on stage? Is there a moment where you prepare or have a ritual to just hype yourself up? Like, okay, I have no choice. I'm just gonna do this. Do
Deep
you
breath.
have something that
Seriously.
you do?
Ah, I read through the script first of all, and then I try to put it on my own words, just so it doesn't sound so stiff. That's the worst thing for me. Like I hate being stiff, but sometimes it's just hard
Hmm.
to go with the flow and making sure that you've covered everything that the client wanted you to talk about or to say, like keywords and stuff. So I think every single event is always new to me. I can't say like I'm fully confident, like even until now. Even acting, even like commercial, just thinking about acting in the camera. That's so shy. I can't. Or sometimes even
But
posing,
did
I'm
you?
like, yeah, I have to get into the zone.
But with acting, did you have like workshops before you started auditioning for commercials?
No, like you just go on camera and like
You just
bahala
went.
ka. You know how they before, right? This is Brazilian BTRs. So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Look to the camera, smile, turn around, smile, wash your face. Just thinking about it, that was a lot of like paulit-ulit stuff. So parang you kind of
Yeah.
get used to it, and then eventually you learn when the looking with your eyes, smiling with your eyes. Oh my gosh, just thinking about it. I
Have
know.
you ever auditioned recently? You know how they do the yes now, like the different
Oh my
facial
gosh. Yes. Yes.
yes.
Yes. Oh gosh.
It's
Yes.
tough because
Different
you don't know
emotions.
whether to like scream or
I
what.
know,
But for
right?
you, like I'm sure there's a lot of people watching and would love advice from you on how to make sure you're ready for an audition, especially for commercials.
How to make sure you're ready for an audition? I guess don't overthink it. Like try to act as natural as possible. Because when you overact naman, the directors are gonna be like, that's too much. So try to just not overthink and just relax and just go with the flow. I feel because if you really, diba, you'll notice if someone is overacting, parang todo bigay, parang it's like, whoa, that's too much. So try to chill, and try to chill and don't be so like a pose. Like, diba, before there's like a posy pose, like when they walk, swerve. I mean, I was just like, oh my god. And diba you watch, I mean, everyone does the audition in front of you. So imagine nakakahiya, right? You don't want to be
Yeah.
trying hard. So just, natural, chill. Yeah. And it helps to
Did
watch,
you?
also supermodels. And yeah. What?
Yeah. So speaking of that, who are your the people that you looked up to that helped you shape like what you should do for auditioning or how to be a model? Was there
Oh,
anyone
wow.
in
There were so
particular,
many. I was always like,
icons
yeah.
maybe?
Well, in the Philippines, actually, we had so many like ates. I was always the youngest one, so I would really look up to all of. Oh my gosh, like who was there? But so many. Titi De Leon. She was like always like the. They were like the they were senoras. They call them the senoras. They were always like wow, like the perfect
Yeah.
one. And then we also had the younger ones like Grace. They were Grace, and then who else? There's so many. Gosh, but it's been so long.
Yeah.
Risa, Fem. Who else? I mean, they were all there. Basically, all our ates, all the supermodels. Isabel, even. Do I call her ate? No, parang
Mm.
not ate naman. But Isabel Rosas. But they were like the best runway models, and we would always just watch and be like, how do they make it look so cool? And I mean, I guess you just learn from watching, I guess. I mean, before, diba, there were so many
Hmm.
fashion shows. Now, parang, well, of course, things have changed, but times
Right.
are just so different. But yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, we had a great time. I think that was the peak of the fashion
Mm-hmm.
industry, and just so many designers. The veterans, and then the young designers. There was just so many designers up and coming,
Yeah.
and I think
Yeah.
we were part of the wave of Fashion Week and in
Yeah. My gosh.
Mall of
Fashion
Asia.
Week.
So
Remember
that was so
that? Like
much fun.
four shows a day, 5 shows a day, and then the
Yeah,
next day back there again, 3 shows, Wow. We talk about training, man. Like, wow. And then
that
if you're
was
late,
it.
bawas.
Yeah,
Ay, nako.
exactly.
Yeah.
So if your daughter wanted to be a model, would you what would be your advice to her
I mean, if they want to
if
do
she
it,
is
like,
already modeling?
I mean, yeah, she has already started modeling. I mean, it's different because now it's all social media na. Like, times are
Yeah.
different now, as I said. But she's done a little runway, then she's done few ads, but she's more like the creative side, so it's different. I feel like it's not really to be a model. That's not what I feel she wants to become or do. She's more of like she likes to reach out. She likes to talk. So she's more of a
Right.
I don't know if you
Nice.
say not inspirational speaker. I don't know something like that. But she loves talking to youth. She likes doing presentations. She actually got asked in different high schools already to share about. She would do PowerPoint presentations and stuff. So the fear that I have. She's living it. Like I'm
She
like,
has it.
so I watch her. She's so good at it. So I feel that's where she is more inclined to rather than just modeling. Yeah.
Hmm. So of course, we've had a lot of time at being at home, during this challenging time.
Mhm.
Can you share a little bit of what you've been up to? Like, is there anything new that you've learned about yourself during this time?
Wow. I feel like there was so much to do at home. Like I never felt like we were bored or anything. We started doing so much things. Like well, first, like during the first 2 months, I started really actively reaching out. So I did a lot of outreach and drives here in the area in the village because we had a lot of displaced tricycle drivers and people who have
Yeah.
lost work. So we really focused on really packing goods and sending to them weekly. So that was really my passion and what kept me busy for the first 2 months, really helping people get by because there are a lot of families who just lost all income, and it's like they didn't have a choice. And I
Right.
saw a sign that one of the drivers were like, "Ma'am, parang pagkain lang. Like we're just hungry, and they have a family to feed." So that was my focus, getting friends to help out and really just, send them food for their family. And then after that happened, things started getting better. I saw that tricycle drivers were back in business, and then the jeepney drivers slowly also getting back. So I said, okay, I think that's good now. So I kind of have stuff on standby pa in case, but I'll just go as needed, But after that, we started fixing our house. So we did some renovations. And then it was supposed to be minor lang, and then it became, wow, a whole big project. So we're done with the living area. Today, as I speak, they're doing our master's bedroom. It's just we're spending so much time at home, so might as well really make it really, really a place where we want to stay and be happy and be comfortable. So we're just, so now we're doing that, and then we also created our own home gym. So now we're
Mhm.
working out like the whole family, so including my 4-year-old, so my husband, me, my daughter, my two sons, and then my brothers come over for a workout session. So now it's like a full-on gym. Like we have the weights, we have the cage, we have the everything from cardio to weight to body lifting, whatever. We built that, so really to stay healthy also, especially at the time like this. And then what else? Basically, just attending to the household, finding online grocery shops, because I really
Mhm.
try to stay at home. If I don't have to go
Yeah.
out, I won't. I probably stepped out probably, I don't know, thrice in a month. That's it. I mean, at most. But I really try to stay home. So now I'm discovering that everything can be done by staying home. There's so many options
Mhm.
and so many things you can do. I also started a business online. I started selling soap, okay, because you know how in the village,
Okay.
like, you want to help solve a problem, right? So if people, we have a lot of seniors also in the village. I was like, if anyone in our Viber group, I was like, if anyone needs hand soap refills, I can refill them for you. Just give me an empty container. So it started by doing refills for the village. And then after that, I decided maybe people want to actually buy, so people from the province. So I started packaging them and then shipping it to the province and shipping it all over to Makati, Pasig, Quezon City. So it kind of became like a quarantine business. And besides, it's soap. I love hand soap. I spend so much on hand soap.
Mhm.
So why not make a business out of it? So I feel like that's what I
Nice.
discovered about myself. It's like, um, I will always adapt and find a way. I mean, and I like to sell stuff that make me happy, and that's something that I will also use. So and everything that I
Mhm.
sell, there are products that I believe in. So the hand soap, and then I have my jars and plants, and then I don't know whatever else I'm selling. I don't know now. But yeah, I just find ways to cope, because also for a time, I mean, my only job now is really social media. I mean, I quit my job 2 years ago. So when that happened, it's like, okay, no more sweldo. What are you gonna do? You have a family. So me and my husband are both entrepreneurs, so we don't have sweldo. So it's like you find ways, because you want your family still to live and to live a good life,
Mhm.
not just, exacto, but we need to have a little more and save. And because we have two boys, they're going to be marrying into families, so they need to have a good future also. They're going to be the guys, so they have to provide. That's the thing. When you have sons, right? And you have how many?
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Five.
Right?
Oh my goodness.
Right?
Yeah, that's
Think
why
about these
Nick and I are like
things.
nonstop working.
Right? Right. So we have to think about these things. And before I thought I wanted 5 kids, and then I was like, okay, four na lang. But now I'm like, okay, three na lang. It's fun. I love babies and I love newborn babies. But now I'm thinking, wow, like, is it going to be practical at this time? Like, my
Yeah.
daughter's going to be entering college in 2 years. And then the plan was she was supposed to go to Australia, but with things happening, like, we don't even know
Yeah.
how school will be like
Mhm.
the next year or the next 2 years. I mean,
Mhm.
who knows? And then this one, my youngest one, is just starting school. So it's like, I have a long way to go, man. I
Yeah.
mean, I just stopped breastfeeding last year. So it's like, wait lang, can I just relax first? I don't even know how you did it. How did you reach 6? Wow, amazing. Amazing. That's the goal.
like you like
Dream.
you with your first, it was God's
Yeah,
plan.
that's true.
Although I've been praying, God, that's enough. We're thankful now.
Yeah, but it's
Because
so fun. This is a big
it is,
family.
it is.
Nice.
It's like just having your own like friends that you hang out with every
Yeah.
day.
And you
But
guys are so close
yeah,
also. So it's nice.
yeah, we
The whole
are. I
basketball
mean,
team.
yeah. Yep. I can't imagine life without them. So
Yeah, exactly. So when it's there, I'm like, I'm sure it's so much fun. Good thing my cousin gave birth, so we have a newborn baby to play with. I'm like, perfect. This is perfect. I can borrow, and like when it's time to go to sleep here, get him back.
yeah,
I've been enjoying that a newborn baby because my cousin gave birth, so that's super nice. I miss that smell and everything. Oh, it's so nice.
yeah.
Just that I can't give.
Well,
Can't
I'm sure you love your sleep right now, though. That's the only thing that
Oh my
is
god.
well, until now I'm still with that challenge. But again,
Oh my gosh,
like
it's
we're
loud.
saying, it's part of the sacrifice.
Yeah, I'm like a
But
weird. So.
yeah. And at the same time, he's helped me, or they've helped me make this time faster, and I'm sure for you too, keeping you busy on your toes. But apart from that, I know maybe it's your plants or your soap making, but really, can you share with everyone what is your meaning of me time?
My me time? Wow. What is my me time right now? I don't know. I like organizing things and like throwing out. Like I'm always finding a place where I can clean up. Like I was like, oh, we don't need this. I'll sell it. I love decluttering actually. That's why
Yeah.
I came up with my closet. I have this closet sale on Instagram. It's called Mikaela Martinez Closet, where I started about 2 years ago, wanting to sell first gowns, because you know how we had so many events before and balls, and you have so many gowns. You buy it, you spend so much money on it, and then after you've worn it so many times, it's like sayang lang if you put it in a garage sale or donate it, because they won't be able to use it naman in a, like sayang lang, like they won't really be able
Yeah.
to really use it. So I decided I'll try and sell it online, and then it started with that, gowns, and then it sold well, and people are like, how about shoes and bags and random things, and then it ended up being furniture and TVs and our old aircon, and then a car, like condo, everything na lang. I mean, it became like an outlet to really just dispose and find another home for it, because a lot of stuff are nice pa, and it just doesn't work
Yeah.
in our space right now. And people, I love, because I personally, I love looking for thrift finds also, especially if it's a friend or someone I know. Or it's a great way to be more mindful of the
Yeah.
of the of the environment. It doesn't always have to be brand new, brand new, brand new. So
Yeah.
that's where I am right now. It's about loving secondhand items. I mean
Hmm.
it's there's so much to. They say one man's trash could be another man's treasure, right? And I so
Yeah.
believe in that. So
Yeah.
it's a fun thing. I like, just yesterday I bought from my friend's closet sale. So that for me was like, yes, I made a good deal, because it's like you buy four for the price of one.
Yeah.
So, and it also encourages you to let go of things that you don't
Hmm.
find useful anymore, and it also encourages my kids to do it also. So they're like, you want something new, find something you can let go of so we can buy something new. Because if not, you'll just be spending and spending, spending, and keeping all these
Hmm.
items. And then what's it gonna do? Just sit here and rot and whatever. So
Yeah.
it also encourages them that if they want something, they'll clear out their closet. So that's what they've been doing. Like
That's a good
spend,
idea. We have to
right?
do that.
Yeah, and I also taught Noelle how to do it. So she has her own page also, because I want her to learn like how to do the selling. So she
Yeah.
also collects the payment, she does the shipment, because I want her to learn also how to deal with customers. So it's also training ground for her. So she also has her
Right.
little page, which she, at least she earns her money also, diba? So yeah,
Yeah.
everything can be a lesson learned for the
Yeah.
family.
That's
Yeah.
homeschooling.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I'll grab those links from you so that I can put it on the caption here, and people can find your closet account and your daughter's, and so they can check out any bargains that they can
Yeah.
buy. But at
Yeah.
the
And
same time, I'm sure,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
just kidding. Anything na lang. Anyway, yeah. What were you saying? Sorry.
Yeah. But regardless, I'm sure Mika is more than happy to answer any more questions or just want a piece of advice on how to, how she lived and how she overcame things, just to
Mhm.
help inspire you guys. So don't worry, that you can talk to Mika even more. I mean, we can talk and all forever. This is like a catch up. So.
Yeah.
But of course, we can limit it so that people can be excited to have you be a guest here again on a different topic. My last question for you would be, since our topic is passion and purpose, what is your definition of passion and purpose?
Hmm. Wow, that's a Miss Universe question that I wasn't prepared for.
You can do it.
No, I guess passion is something that you strongly believe in with your heart. You don't have to think about it. It's just there. It's something that you would do in an instant, something that you love, something that you believe in and can speak with all your heart without having to review, the script, or this is something that just flows naturally. So that is passion for me.
Yeah.
It just happens naturally. And then purpose is, I guess, for me, knowing your priorities, knowing the reason why you're here and what you're meant for. It's knowing the people that matter to you the most. When you have that right in front of you, when you know your direction, when you know the reason why you're doing all of this, then it all just flows again. Like nothing, passion and purpose. It's nothing ever forced. This is not something that happens also overnight. If you don't really know what your passion and purpose is, don't feel like a loser, or don't feel like you're not worth it. I mean, maybe it's just not the right time now, but eventually it will come to you, and it doesn't even have to be something grand. Sometimes, before, when I started my business, I was like, why do I feel like I'm not good enough? I call myself entrepreneur, but parang I don't have a big brand that's like out in the malls, or I don't have a big brand that has like parang government registration, or stuff like that. Like, it doesn't have to be grand, but if you're doing something that's efficient, if it's helping solve a problem, if you're interacting with people, and you have a good relationship with your customers, and that's something that's good enough. Like, why do you have to be at that measure where the world says na parang it has to be like this? Doesn't have to be like me. I'm happy having my closet sale. I feel like that's my little business right now. I'm happy doing these small things on the side, but I'm working every day. And I feel like for me, that's what makes me happy, that it solves the problem, it helps people. And I think that's good enough. Like, who says that I'm not as great as SM? No, just kidding. But I mean, like, you don't have to fill yourself in those shoes, even if it's just little things. I love how a lot of moms now have come up with businesses from home, making,
Yeah.
pandesal, making. So, I mean, that's amazing. I mean, not everyone can bake. I can't bake. That's why my mom's
Yeah.
here and my kids are here baking, because I can't bake, but we have Hey Sugar though. I just eat. But I mean, it's like talent, and don't belittle your ideas. Don't belittle your business, because every business is a business, and if it solves a problem, if it makes people happy, and if you get paid for it also, and even if you don't, would you still be doing it? I mean, it
Right.
should. That's passion and purpose, and I feel like
Mm-hmm.
everyone should be encouraged to do something small, big. Who says it's small? Just
Yeah.
go with your gut and just do it. Start small, and who knows where it will take you. So there.
Yes, well said. You're the winner. But I love that. I love everything you've shared. I think the biggest take home from Mikaela is learning how to adapt. And especially at times like these, we have many opportunities. It's just a matter of you guys putting your head down and just knowing what you want, your why, What is it for? Is it for your family? Is it for yourself? Regardless, there will be people supporting you.
Yeah.
Just like what she said, it's not small, it's big, because if you're passionate about it, then you have to fall in love with it so that people can see through you that, okay, I need what she has because she's so happy, right? So
Mhm.
Mick, thank you so much for being
Thank
on my
you.
campaign show. I really appreciate the catch up. It's been a
Yeah.
while, although I admire you from afar, from all your social media posts. Amazing, beautiful pictures that Mikaela has there. And if you want just, an extra boost of your happy hormones, take a look at her social media. Maybe, reach out to her because
Yeah.
she's very inspiring, as you guys can see here, right? So with that, guys, actions speak louder than words. And thank you for tuning in this episode of In Love With Me. Thank you, Mix.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for watching In Love With Me series.